Another game where the offense doesn't show up, and it's really getting on my nerves. You guys are probably thinking, looks different. You're right. Because we're changing something up. I'm sick and tired of this. They won the opener of the series, so the camera wasn't switching, but they lost the next two. The camera switched, as you guys can tell, and if we lose the next game, it's going back to the other way because it really doesn't do anything. If we win, however, we are going to run with this camera angle, all right? So we're going to try and see if it works. I mean, I want to say, let's talk about the game. Why do we want to talk about that game? Marco Estrada was not good. Grady set a record for 5 straight struck out, but whatever. It doesn't matter. He didn't pitch that well. Alex Cobb, does his job and sits down the Jays pretty easily as they only get 2 hits. 2. And 1 run. Oh, whoa, that run was a big old sacrifice fly from Edwin Encarnacion. The bullpen got lit up. Donaldson's still out, of course. Matt Dermody gives up a run. Danny Barnes gives up a run. Bo Schultz gives up 2 runs. Aaron Loup gives up 2 hits. So, he's Aaron Loup. And, like I said, Donaldson out once again. And it's really starting to scare me a little bit because with him out of the lineup, things have not gone too well. Yeah, we won game 1. That was a 3-2 barn burner, if you want to call it that. And we miss him. I know he hasn't been swinging the bat lately, but we miss the presence of him. And it's hurting. It's really, really hurting. And they are not doing well whatsoever. And Baltimore and Boston play later tonight. The Yankees are delayed in the 5th right now. But you know what? The Jays just got to do their job, man. They have not done their job lately, and they are not in a good situation. Boston's playing Baltimore tonight. Boston wins, they have a 3-game lead. Baltimore wins, they have a game lead over the Jays. They're not in a good spot right now. They're not playing good baseball. Something's got to change. Something. And fast, very fast. Maybe the switcheroo over the camera might help some luck, help the baseball gods do something well. But really overall, this team has to play better themselves. The baseball luck isn't always something to throw your hat on and say, oh, it's all that fault. Yankees series, yeah, that was a tough one. But the last 2 games in this series, no, you can't blame it. You can't blame the baseball gods. So, you know what? I ain't talking about this series anymore. It's a tough one. We've lost now 4 series in a row. Got swept in one of those series. If I'm not mistaken, we are 3-8, 3-9, 3-8 or 3-9 in September. It is awful, and now we're going on our West Coast swing. All right, so let's preview the matches before we talk a little bit about the series. J.A Happ's going in game 1. He came off a pretty good start in his last inning. Daniel Wright. Okay, 25-year-old for the Angels is going in game 1. Well, we haven't seen him before. We know what usually happens when we've never seen a guy. But you really never know. You don't know. Game 2, R.A. Dickey versus Jared Weaver. Last time we saw Jared Weaver, he did very well against the Jays. But, at this point, who hasn't really done well against the Jays? Dickey hasn't pitched in a long time. I don't know what we're going to see. Game 3. Lariano versus Ricky Nolasco. Lariano, as we saw in Game 1, was very, very good. Can he be good again? Well, we'll have to wait and see with that. Ricky Nolasco's had a pretty tough year so far. Bottom line, and I'm going to say it like I've said it countless series, this is a sweepable series if the Jays play Blue Jays baseball. You got Game 1, you've got Wright, who has a 7.20 ERA, hasn't pitched too much in the bigs. Jared Weaver, 5.25 ERA, still not pitching well, even though he did well against the Jays, has still not pitched well lately. And Nolasco, who has a 4.94 ERA, not very good. So the Jays have very winnable ball games coming up. And I'm just praying and praying that they can take 2 of 3. I mean, a sweep would be nice, but at this point, the way they're playing, a win is just fine. We need something to cheer about other than a 3-2 victory or a one-run win or something like that. We need something else. We're running out of time here. You know, this is really getting close to the end of the year, and they're playing the worst baseball of the season. Gotta keep faith, though. Gotta keep faith. Baseball's a crazy game. Boston could all of a sudden, bats could go ice cold. They could start falling pretty hard. Jays could, out of nowhere, find some offense, and the pitching could be really good and win a lot of games. You really don't know. Now they're getting away from Toronto. Maybe that's a good thing. I don't know. Don't think it would be a good thing, because the fans here are so great. It's going to be interesting what they can do against the Angels. I mean, last time the Angels came to town, they won 2 of 3, and it was a rough time to watch. And then we go to Seattle. Oh, no. Is it a 4-gamer? It is a 4-game set. Jeez, I didn't even realize that. Sunday, you've got Stroman versus, who's this? Alex Mayer. 11 innings pitched, 8.18 ERA with an 0-3 record. Again, very winnable ball game. You could win all 4, technically. We'll have to see. Now, I'm going to briefly look over the Seattle series because I want to see if we see, you'll probably guess it when I go over it. Taijuan Walker should be going that game. Iwakuma game 2. Son of a gun! King Felix going game 3. Well, this is not going to be fun. But the Angels are a team that you can take 4 of 4 off of. It is possible and it is doable. Can they do it? The way they're playing right now, it's kind of tough to believe so. But anything is possible. As Kevin Garnett once said, anything is possible. Oh, that was a funny time. All right, guys, I think that's going to do it for this video. I mean, I really didn't want to talk about that game too much. It was just a garbage one to watch. If you like the video, hit that like button. You know, we're getting close to the end of the season. Other sports are going to be starting up. It's going to be very exciting. Hit the subscribe button if you're excited for those type of things and like all the other videos that we've done so far. Comment down below what you thought of the game and what your expectations are for the Angels series, because I'm eager to hear what you guys have to say about that. And we'll talk to you guys tomorrow night about hopefully a Blue Jays win, which has been rare lately, but hopefully we can see one. We'll talk to you guys post-game tomorrow night. See ya.